Hi there, I'm Budda, and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm doing a special episode on entrepreneurship and doing stuff yourself. First of all, let me thank my dear patrons for supporting the show. You guys are incredible. And if you want to support the show, if you're liking what you see, please consider subscribing to Patreon. You'll be getting early access to episodes. My huge thank you, of course. Free video lessons every month, and some special content I upload exclusively to Patreon, or become a YouTube member and you'll have the same kind of things: early access to episodes, free video lesson every month, and you also have some tags, some membership, some loyal tags, and some premium access to chats and super chats. You can also contribute by leaving the thumbs up and subscribing. It's super simple. 80% of the people that watch my episodes are not subscribers of the channel. If you subscribe, YouTube will spread the word a lot more. I can get more sponsors, so you're really helping me on doing this. And that only if you like what I'm seeing. This, if you don't, you can always watch it. It's free content. It's the internet and I'm a musician, as most of you know, but I organize a lot of festivals and a lot of shows. I have a management degree in college. I graduated in 2001. I created my first company in 2001, right after graduating. Well, during my graduation, actually, my final work as a student was creating my own company. And it was an event organization company, so we did festivals, shows, weddings, parties. I decided to do this episode because I think it's a huge benefit if you, as a musician, take some of the things in your own hands. For example, I organize a jam session every week. I organize another jam session every other week on Sundays, a blues jam session. Why? Because I'm a blues musician, and the blues community in Portugal is not that big, or as big as I wish it would be. So doing these jam sessions weekly enables me to practice the blues, but also to create a community and to enjoy the company of others who also like blues. And we share experience, we share knowledge, and we share the stage, which is the best way to learn music. With that said, I just organized or co-produced the European Blues Challenge, which is the biggest, most important challenge of blues in Europe, with the help of my two good friends, Adalberto Ribeiro and Micha, Rudowski. The three of us got together and we organized the festival here in Braga, in my hometown. The festival is headed by EBU, European Blues Union, and it's done every year in a different country. This year was Braga's chance to do it, and it was incredible. So I'm taking you with me on behind the scenes and showing you what we had to do on the festival. And the quality of bands that were competing was super great. First of all, we had to arrange a venue to host the place. And the venue we picked up was Auditório Vita in Braga. It is a 500 seats venue. It has a great auditorium, good sound system, good lighting system, so it was the perfect choice. It also has enough dressing rooms for the musicians because it's 22 bands competing. So 22 countries represented in this competition, plus the amount of people they bring in to support the bands, plus the bands, plus the EBU members, the European Blues Union members. So we needed to organize 3 days of shows, 2 semifinals and 1 final. Thursday and Friday was the semifinals. Saturday was the final with 8 bands. 11 bands on each semifinal, 8 bands on the final. Good evening to everyone, or good afternoon, depending on how tired you are. To me, it's good morning. We're just here to thank everyone that enabled this, to make this possible. The EBU, of course, as the head of all the challenge. So thank you for keeping the blues alive. A big thanks to our jury that is here for ages. So thank you. They're upstairs. And it's a great privilege to do this challenge. I competed in Torrida de Siena in 2016, and now being part of the organization is really the full circle. Strange feeling, but good feeling. It's really important to keep the blues alive, but you guys, everyone that came in, you make it possible, so thank you for coming to the challenge. And of course, a big applause, not this shitty applause that you did for your own selves. A big applause for the bands that they made it possible. So we're starting the organization of the festival with the setup. First day of setup, Wednesday, April 3, whole day of setup. So we started at 9 a.m. and we went to 7 p.m. assembling everything, putting backline. We had 2 bass amps, 1 on each side, a lot of guitar amps, 2 drum sets so we can have fast changeovers. So the next drummer will be setting the left drum set, the previous drummer will be setting the right drum set, or vice versa. So we always had 2 bands setting up at the same time, which means that we can do the changeover really fast. Hammond B3 with Leslie, Nord keyboard, 2 bass amps, as I told you, a lot of guitar amps / harmonica amps, a lot of monitor lines, a whole set for everyone. So every band head is saved up. So that's the beautiful thing about digital mixing desks. You can save 22 setups for every band and you have recall in 10 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever. It's super fast. So the whole day was just testing and assembling and preparing. Second day, we started with sound checking the band. So 10 bands sound checking. They started 10 a.m. The band started 10 a.m. sound checking, and it went to 5 p.m. Dinner at 6 p.m. and opened the doors at 7. First show at 7:30. We got to bed at 3 a.m. that day. Second day, we repeated the process, but we had to start it a little earlier because we had one more band. So sound check started at 9:30 and went on until 5:30. The blues market also opened up while the bands were sound checking. So we had to prepare in the morning for everything about the blues market. So putting the tables on place, making sure every table is labeled with one of the persons. Because if you're an European Blues Union member, you can expose your products or festival, your band, whatever, in the blues market. You are entitled to a table in the blues market. So a lot of musicians, a lot of festivals, a lot of promoters, a lot of record labels. As I told you, it's a great opportunity to mingle, to know people, and to get job opportunities, whatever your field of work is. Then we had to disassemble all the market and prepare for the shows that started at 7 also. A whole night of shows. The bands are selected to the final. We had to prepare on Saturday morning. We had the general assembly, the meeting of the European Blues Union, where you approve the budget, where you suggest different things, where you apply to organize the European Blues Challenge. In this case, the 2027 European Blues Challenge, where you give your suggestions, where people talk about what could be made better, etc., etc. In the afternoon, we had two master classes, one with Shakura Saida, and learning how to get projects being funded by the European Union and how you can take advantage of the funds that are available on the European Union. And then at 7, again, the final that ended at 1 a.m. 3 really long days, 3 beautiful days where we listen to a lot of great music. I'm just trying to inspire you to take things into your own hands and do stuff, produce shows in your hometown, in local bars and auditoriums, whatever you can get. Produce stuff. The more we as musicians do, the more music gains. And if we're doing it from the inside, we're doing it the right way. We're not doing it because of the money. We're not doing it because of our egos. We're doing it because we love the music we play and we want more music to be played. We need more live music. We need more respect for live music. And musicians know how to get respect from live music.
How do you feel, Braga? Looking down the wrong of a barrel of a gun. Better count my blessings. Nothing can be done. Had to see this one coming just some miles away. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you want. I'm in a dangerous mood. Well, I'm in a dangerous mood. Yeah, that's what I am.
We got all do what you want, baby. What you need with that helping hand. When you need, when you're down and out, girl, with no place to go, I say we got you, we got you, we got you, baby. I say we got you.
And the bees on the golden rain. But I'm gonna change my way right before Judgment Day. Things ain't like the past. All we take is cash. We can't help the poor, but then now we close the door. Yes, we do.
If you're a blues musician in Europe, I strongly advise you to go to the European Blues Challenge every year and to go to the blues market, because you will meet a lot of people that book bands for their festivals. If you have a studio and you record blues music, you should also go to the blues market, because you find a lot of bands, a lot of record labels. So it's a great place to mingle and to share and to open new doors. And we took care of that. 45 tables. We had to organize it, put it in the venue. A lot of work, a lot of work. Then we had to organize a bar to cater all the people in the venue with a lot of beverage and some food. We also had to organize the restaurant for the bands. It's around 100 people a day that we need to cater. It's 3 days working from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. So huge days. I lost my voice. I completely lost my voice after the festival, because it was really demanding and really tiring, but it was super great experience.
Ain't nobody hiding from me.
We had a sold out house, so we also had to take care of the tickets, the way to sell tickets, the way to promote it. We promoted it in every blues magazine in Europe. We promoted it on social media, of course, on media, regular media like TV and radios in Portugal, but also a lot in foreign countries. Actually, we had a huge percentage. The majority of people were foreign. They were not Portuguese, the majority of the audience, because a lot of people come from all over Europe to support the bands and to see new bands. By organizing events like this, you get a lot of benefits. First, you get some income if the event is profitable, but you get to be on the shoes of the promoter. As a musician, I learned a lot being a promoter. You learn that it's really shitty to ask for backline that you will never use. Or if you ask some backline renting like a guitar amp, bass amp, and then you show up and you say, I don't need the bass amp because I'm bringing my in-ears, so I'll play directly. The promoter had to rent and pay for the backline you asked for, and you're not using it. So it's money that the promoter spent and an effort that the promoter did that you didn't need it. So it made me be in a very different position when I go and play, when I'm hired, which is all the time. So whenever I'm hired, I really take care of the promoter, and I really think on how can I be easy on a promoter. That's a big lesson that I learned here. It's a huge effort to do a festival, to do an event like this. So whatever you can do as a musician to make it easier on the promoter, great. On the other way around, as a musician, when I'm promoting, when I'm producing a festival, I know what it feels to be outside, to be out of your home, be out of your comfort zone, sleeping in hotels, long trips. So I do anything in my ability to make it easy on the musicians so they can perform well and they can feel welcome and they can be at ease, or at least as easy as possible. So I always try to be flexible, and I am flexible all the time unless I can't. The effort on doing the European Blues Challenge, it's very different from doing a regular festival because it's 22 bands participating. So it's not a 2-3 band lineup, it's 22 bands playing 20 minutes, 10 changeovers each night, which is very demanding on the crew. We had a great crew, really experienced guys who take care of it. And that's another great lesson on producing. You have to know how to delegate. It can't be all on you. It's impossible. It's so much work. You need to be supervising the event and delivering the job of doing specific stuff to specific people. Like changeover, we had a crew, we had a sound engineer on the front of house, but we also had a monitor engineer, we had a lighting engineer, a video crew, a photographer, and then we as organizers were 5 people working on all over, so solving any problems. We had my son Pedro, Francisco, me, and Adalberto and Marieta. We were working on anything that was needed, like printing set lists or taking care of catering or anything that was not planned to happen. We had 4 people, 5 people, counting me, taking care of that. We also had a runner, and we had a bar team working during the whole event. My stepdaughter was taking care of the merchandising. You need to delegate. And of course, we had the help of the EBU members and the EBU board who helped us to give accreditation to everyone of the board. So the European Blues Union has a membership, and every member has the right to have 1 or 2 tickets depending on the kind of membership. So they need to have their credentials. The European Blues Union members, the board, took care of that. So it was a huge help that they gave us also on this event. Day 1 was 11 bands, 11 countries. Actually, it was 10 bands because one of the bands quit. They couldn't make it. So 10 bands competing, and you could see the very different styles of bands playing. And from that day, the jury picked up 4 bands to the final. So you immediately get 4 finalists on the first day. Second day, we had 11 bands and 4 finalists. On the final, the 8 finalists play their own shows. A lot of them repeated their set list, and the jury could decide on who should win the festival. It was a blues overdose, but it's very rewarding. 21 bands making different styles of blues. I loved it. So many great bands, so many great bands. Why am I doing this episode? Well, I'm trying to inspire you on doing your own stuff, on producing shows. If you're a musician and if you feel the industry is not doing what it should be done, do it yourself. Take it on your own hands. Maybe you inspire other people to do it more often and also to do more shows. So if I have another festival, and I'll be doing an episode on producing Braga Blues, Nova Arcada Braga Blues, which is one of the festivals I produce here in Braga also. If we have a musician in every city producing a festival, it's a lot of festivals for us to play in. It's a lot of festivals showing off, showcasing the blues. So we as musicians gain from these festivals, and you gain the experience of producing a festival. You understand better how a promoter feels like when he's doing a festival, what a promoter needs in a band. You know how to presentate yourself to other promoters because you know what they're looking for, because you're also looking for bands to sell tickets for you. So this is a crucial thing, and I encourage you strongly to take things into your hands and you don't need to do the European Blues Challenge because that's really hard to do, but you can do a blues festival or a blues jam session on your hometown. I would love to go to a town and there's a blues jam session or a blues show for me to watch as a regular audience guy. And if we do stuff like that, we grow the community, we cultivate ourselves, we create more opportunities, more business opportunities to ourselves, and we can hire more of our colleagues. So we build the industry. The more work we create, the more work it exists. So my goal here is not only to show you how it was great to produce this festival and to show you some sneak peeks of the festival, but also to encourage you to do your own production, because it's really good doing stuff like that. We cannot be complaining like there's not enough shows, there's not enough audience if we don't do anything to make it better. So what I'm suggesting is that take things into your own hands, invite other musicians to play, create jobs, create work opportunities, because then you're also creating opportunities for yourself as a musician.